This is an interesting list. In this video, we're going to take a look at the highest rating Chinese language movies released in 2021 as ranked by the users of Chinese movie portal site Douban, the biggest entertainment site in China. This list contains movies from China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, and features movies that had a Chinese territory release in 2021, including festivals, web streaming, or wide cinema release. Every film on this list has over 30,000 ratings, with some in the hundreds of thousands. Welcome to Asian Film Fans. This is the top 10 highest user-rated Chinese language movies of 2021. Note, this list has been reordered to be in numerical order, which is slightly different from the original Douban list. Link in the description. One of many surprising titles on this list, this mystery comedy drama was a smash hit on release, also hitting the top 10 highest grossing Chinese movies of 2021 list as well. This movie is about a group of filmmakers who gather on a dark and windy night to prepare for the shooting of a new film based on a sensational murder case. Unbeknownst to them though, they're actually at the real crime scene and the real murderer lurks among them. Over 50% of this movie's reviews are 4 stars, with an additional 15% being 5-star. Comments on this movie include the fact that the last 30 minutes unfolds the plot in a wonderful and chaotic way, that the performance of lead actor Yin Zhen is terrific, and it was a surprising change of pace for Chinese domestic films. As of making this video, this movie is yet to be released on Chinese or international web streaming services, but with its popularity and box office return, it shouldn't be too long before this is available for viewing. Now this is also a surprise. Released theatrically in late 2020 in most parts of the world, this Chinese-Hong Kong co-production was actually released in February of 2021 in its home base of Hong Kong, hence why it's on this list. Completely separate from the first movie, Andy Lau returns as a member of the bomb disposal team who suffers amnesia after an accident and is lured into the underground where a group of terrorists plan to destroy famous Hong Kong landmarks. Herman Yau's action-packed sequel also has over 50% of its ratings as 4 stars, with another 14% being 5 stars and less than 0.5% at 1 star. And the users loved this movie, commenting it was one of the better Hong Kong films in recent years. They enjoyed the director's commentary on social issues of trusting police, and that they also enjoyed the sensory stimulation the film provided in the cinema. Luckily for international audiences, this movie received an immediate global release, with most countries showing this movie theatrically in late 2020 or early 2021, while a Blu-ray of this movie is available from all locations who stock discs from Hong Kong. Zhang Yimou knows how to make good films, and this is no exception. Mistakenly confused as a pro-communist movie, those who know Yimou know that is completely the opposite. 4 spies travel to northern China to ensure an escapee from a Japanese war camp makes it to safety, while at the same time they struggle to identify a possible rat in their ranks. Over 50% of the user scores for this movie rate this title at 4 stars, with another almost 15% giving it 5 stars. User comments for this appreciate the restraint of the film and the setting of the snow creating an excellent atmosphere. However, there was some criticism of the performance of new Yimou girl Lu Haotan. This film ended up receiving an international cinematic release, where the name was changed from Impasse to the current title of Cliff Walkers. It's currently screening on legal Chinese web streaming platforms, and we would expect to see this on Western streaming services during 2022 and on Blu-ray disc. This movie flew under our radar, so we don't know too much about it other than it's written, starring, and directed by Chinese comedian Chen Pendong, who you might recognize from the 2020 comedy The Winners, or 2021's excellent black comedy The 11th Chapter. Released in Chinese cinemas in early January 2021, this movie is about a comedy movie director who goes back to his hometown for Chinese New Year and encounters a series of strange accidents, or so the synopsis says. 47% of the ratings for this movie are 4-star, with another 22% at 5-star and 25% at 3 stars. User comments about the emotion of the characters being believable, that it improves the short story that it's based on, and that it contains some interesting fourth wall breaks. If you want to see this movie though, you're going to be out of luck unless you have access to several legal Chinese web streaming platforms, including iQIYI, Mango, Youku, or Tencent. A stunning and difficult film to watch, this is another 2020 cinema release that makes this list as it was released on Taiwanese web streaming in February of 2021. An excellent film, This movie follows a deaf boy who starts at a new school for special needs students who stumbles across a secret game played by some of the boys that involves the sexual assault of other students. All the ratings this movie receives are well deserved, with over 53% of the user reviews being 4 stars and another almost 20% being 5-star. Users commented that the silent aspect of the film was extremely powerful, the acting of the main cast was excellent, and that it was an important film to make, being based on a true story to bring awareness of what happened. This movie is a little tricky to access for international audiences. It is available on legal Chinese language web streaming services for viewing with those with a VIP membership, but international access is unknown at this stage. This was a very popular movie in 2021, a movie where word of mouth increased its awareness and popularity. Indeed, a viral sensation. Released for Chinese New Year, where it faced very tough competition. This movie was the highest grossing film worldwide for 2021 for months, until Battle of Lake Changjin and Spider-Man were released. A simple movie about a woman who travels back in time to stop her mother from giving birth to her so she doesn't disappoint her in the future. Chinese audiences loved this film, with 45% 4-star reviews and 24% 5-star reviews, with comments from users saying that this movie made them both laugh and cry. The sincerity of the message from director Jia Ling, and how the movie made them realize how much they loved and missed their mothers. This movie was released theatrically worldwide, and is currently on limited streaming release in certain countries. Expect a Blu-ray and wider streaming release for this movie to occur in 2022. Another 2020 Taiwanese movie that received a wider web streaming release in February of 2021, this award-winning film is one we don't know too much about, other than 4 high school friends who reflect on their lives and realize it hasn't gone as well as they hoped it would. This Golden Horse Film Festival Audience Choice winner has over 51% 4-star reviews and a huge 24% 5-star reviews. User comments that this is a great follow-up to the director's previous work Big Buddha Plus, that it's an excellent reflection of midlife evaluations, and that it's a clearly written story that's easy to follow. You're in luck if you want to see this film though, with it being listed on Netflix's schedule. There are a lot of White Snake movies. However, this 2019 movie, which received a wide cinema release in China in 2021, is actually called Snake White in Western markets. This is an interesting title, as it's actually presented as a Cantonese opera, retelling the popular and ancient tale of White Snake. 51% of the user ratings for this movie are 4-star, with another massive 26% at 5 stars. And it seems that the audience really loved the style of the film and the way it told the story with beautiful actors, sets, and cinematography. Due to the age of the film, it's been available for a while on Blu-ray from Singapore. This movie also received a theatrical release in the US back in 2020, 2 days after its Blu-ray release and more than 15 months before the Chinese cinema release. This movie is also known as Snake White: Love Endures. Yet another award-winning 2020 Taiwanese release that's on this list due to the wider release it received in 2021 on web streaming. This drama film is about a group of family members who struggle with the death of their estranged father as they reminisce about their lives during his absence. Another Golden Horse Award winner, this time for Best Actress. User review scores for this have 50% sitting at 4 stars and an incredible 27.8% at 5 stars. User reviews mention that Taiwanese family drama films like this are far better than anything from the mainland. The acting performances are outstanding, and that it's a story that will make you laugh and cry. And for those keeping count, this is the second movie on this list featuring Taiwanese actress Buffy Chen, who was also the female lead in The Silent Forest. If you want to watch this film, it's currently streaming on Netflix. Easily the biggest surprise of this list is this beautiful Chinese animation film that has taken the internet by storm, courting unwarranted and rather offensive controversy from a US audience who have, like always, failed to understand the nuance of Chinese culture and filmmaking. Not that the Chinese cared what the Americans thought, with a massive user score of 8.3, which includes 46.3% of 4-star reviews and a monster 36.7% of 5-star reviews. This means an incredible 83% of its 228,000 user reviews are either 4 or 5 stars. The movie tells the tale of a teenager and his two friends who compete in a lion dance competition under the guidance of a retired lion dance professional. Users appreciated the original concept of the film, citing that it was great that an animation film was not based on a traditional mythological story, that the movie has a sincerity to it that's rarely seen in modern film, and it also appears that a lot of users are just trolling the negative views from a very vocal minority. People power has spoken. As of the release of this video, this film has ended its Chinese cinema run and will be headed to legal Chinese streaming services around February or March. Due to its popularity, expect to see a Blu-ray and international streaming release later in 2022. So what do you think of this list? Did the Chinese movie-loving audience get it right? Which movies have you seen and what do you think of them? As always, thank you for watching this video. Please like it if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.